All right, here we go, folks. We got ourselves a fresh new series coming at you, spawning down on the bottom left for Storm Gaming. It is MaxPax in the red. And his opponent spawning up the top right for Basilisk. It is Reynor in the blue. Both players phenomenal. Absolutely phenomenal. Even though I feel like they've been around for a while, they're still relatively young, relatively fresh players. I still think of them as the next generation of players, even though, you know, Reynor's won one of the biggest tournaments in StarCraft 2 history in the form of Gamers 8 this past year. And MaxPax, of course, has beaten just about every pro and has like a 6 or 7 series win streak against Maru now. Like, you can hardly consider these players newcomers when you look at their achievements, even though, of course, we haven't seen MaxPax offline yet. He is definitely a player that has arrived. Now, we are going to see, for now, as this game kicks off, hatch block. And that's, of course, something that can open up stuff like early adept harass to be a real pain in the nuisance. Pain in the nuisance? Pain in the tuchus. Nuisance in the booty. No fun to deal with that at all as the Zerg player. Well, you're at risk of double chrono adept, really causing issues. What's the verdict on gift subs these days? Do they suck or not? No, they're very much appreciated. Yeah, they're very, very appreciated. Reynor, of course, did go up to 17 drones before he finished this hatch, because he didn't send the drone super early to check. And, of course, going to start up Ling Speed right away. This is not a ZVT where you're like, oh, there's a Reaper coming, so I have to make sure I get the natural. So I cut, you know, an Overlord. I cut a whole bunch of things in order to get stuff going. No, you don't want to go for a modified Clash opener. Not in this matchup. But do we see the second chrono? We sure do. Alcyone is a pretty short map to get from third to third, or in this case, from natural to third. And of course, the Adept Shades do move across quite quickly. Reynor, what's his defensive setup so far? He is going for 8 Lings. There's only 2 Lings in the main. So if MaxPax shades into that main base, this is a little bit dangerous, but he's actually going to shade back and going to look to pick off some of these Zerglings. A lot of damage on this one Adept. Neat little split from MaxPax, but a good Spore Crawler save from Reynor keeps the drone alive. Does lose 2 Lings, but he gets a fair amount of damage on the one of the Adepts. So honestly, decent for MaxPax, but not amazing. Specifically, keeping the drones alive is obviously very good. Behind this, we're not going to see any kind of Estrella super fast, you know, 2-unit, 1-gate third Nexus at like the, I don't know, 315 mark. And of course, we will see the Oracle showing on up. Nice snipe on the Creep Tumor there. That's a great little find. Great little find. Around on the Adepts, but they do manage to shade into the natural. And so far, MaxPax has not yet lost anything. He's killed quite a few Lings. 9 Lings going down. And he's even going to get the recall out. Sheesh. And goes into the main base, grabs 2 drones. This is a really nice start here for MaxPax here. Thank you very much, Sithy, by the way, for the 5 gifted subs. Thank you very much. Really appreciate that. And Razorback OTP for the tier 1 resub at 8 months. Here for the booty nuisance. Exactly. We are going to be seeing MaxPax going for the very standard 3 Stargate Oracle. Or sorry, 3 Oracle. Not 3 Stargate Oracle. That's very far from standard. For a while, at the beginning of Legacy of the Void, when Oracles were a hell of a lot stronger, you actually saw 3 Stargate Oracle like all the time. Haas used to go for that. Haas? I say Haas, but a lot of people, well, ZG makes fun of me. It's like, do you mean Haas? Like, no. I mean what I mean. I say what I say. Still a perfect game for MaxPax so far. Oh, Revelation does not catch this one creep tumor. It's the one in the back. He will get it now, but actually going to be forced to fight with the Adepts. That was actually a far better trade than I expected for MaxPax. He gets himself into a good position, but good wraparound from Reynor. Finds the 2 low HP Adepts and will be able to pick those off. And on small but somewhat significant consequence of that one missed Revelation is that when the second Revelation came down, yeah, the Lings were able to contest. So the creep tumor stays alive. Do see a snipe on the other one, but it's just going to get replaced. That is not that small of an impact. Like, that can be a pretty big deal, keeping that creep alive like this. We're going to see MaxPax going up to, looks like 8 gates. Yeah. He has been doing a lot of 6-gate blink into fast robo, but he's going to be mixing things up at least a little bit here. Reynor is going for fast +1 melee. The one thing MaxPax doesn't do very often is charge lot play. He's been doing it a little bit more recently, but it's not his bread and butter. He still does prefer that blink play. Nice job right there. Snipes another drone. And as long as you keep the oracles alive, it's all Gucci. Or are we going to see a recall? He could have actually flown out. Didn't realize that. Of course, the queens were... He didn't know they were not in position. Another couple drones do get picked off by this oracle. MaxPax doing some really good work. Reynor, though, 78 drones already. Starts up the second Evo chamber, infestation pit. Are we going to be seeing fast +1 carapace? Or is this going to be attack upgrades? +1 missile as well. Observer is out. MaxPax can utilize this position with the blink stop. He's actually going to take down some of the... He's going to take the debris down itself. Wants to be able to maneuver around this position. This does feel like it's a pretty dedicated free-based play out of MaxPax. So he definitely needs to find at least a little bit of something. Does blink past the position. Oh no, the sentry. Okay, he saves it. And he gets the kill on the gold base. No cancel. Stalker on the watchtower taken down, but killing that gold base is pretty nice. The thing is, Reynor is still on 4 bases. And MaxPax does not yet have a 4th. Just now starting that up. But with Reynor knocking down this debris... Oh, good job from MaxPax. Actually does find the location. We'll push these units away. Hive starts up for Reynor. And it will be the... At least it looks like it, a very fast ultra play out of Reynor. He did get Roach speed, so he's playing safe. Not just skipping directly off Ling Bane, or maybe even just mass Ling right up to ultras. That can be something you do, but it's kind of crazy. It's a little bit nutty. But against pure Blink Stalker, or at least very heavy Blink Stalker, which is what we're seeing out of MaxPax, it actually wouldn't be the worst thing in the world. We do see MaxPax adding on Storm, which I like very much. Something that historically he's been a little bit hesitant about. MaxPax really wanted to hold this watchtower here. Reynor trying to set up a big flank. Does trigger one of the stasis wards. There's still one more behind this. Scout coming in from Reynor. Not going to see anything really out of the ordinary. I don't know if he's scouted the Templar archives. He did. Okay, he did. And he saw that it was actually glowing. That is one of the more distinctive upgrade signatures in the game. Oh, Stasis Ward's actually catching a lot of Lings right here. MaxPax does lose the Stalker on the watchtower, but has an opportunity to get a few Lings. We are going to see Bane's Mort running into the third base mineral line. But nice quick pull from MaxPax, only losing 6 probes. Does lose some static defense, so that was still pretty decent for Reynor. But MaxPax is on 4 bases, fully saturated. Well, will be fully saturated. Actually, losing a couple of those probes did kind of dink that down a little bit, slow it down. Immortals being chrono boosted out here. It is only single robo, so it's very important that he keeps those Immortals alive. Oh, as I say that, he's going to add on. Oh, he wanted to add on the second robo. Okay, he does. He does repair the block. Meanwhile, 3-2 upgrades on the way for Reynor. We've got a big Baneling morph coming in. Gold base has been secured now for Reynor. Only been mining it for a little bit, though. Spines being added. Many locations. Chitinous plating is going to finish up very shortly. MaxPax only on the single forge. The skirmishing over this watchtower has been pretty interesting, pretty dynamic. Huge Bane run by coming into the natural. Lings and Banes. That is going to be a blown up wall and a lot of dead probes here. Recall into the natural. I don't know if the recall is the best choice. We're losing Immortal. I do like the warping of Zealots into the main base. 19 probes go down. The 5th base falling as well. Excellent multi-prong coming in from Reynor. And MaxPax get the kill on enough of these units to make it okay for him. We got 7 Ultras coming on in. So that makes the one extra Immortal that went down in the natural kind of a big deal. There's only 3 Immortals on the field right now. Reynor getting into the main base with a big, well, actually a very small number of Zerglings, but going to find a big bit of damage. And clicking down an extra probe there. Flexing that speed that we know him for so well. Do need to see the Ultralisk speed upgrade coming on in from Reynor. But he has set himself up very nicely. There is a lot of Storm available, but this is an army that Ultras will deal with very effectively. And it's 8 Ultras. Only 4 Immortals here for MaxPax. Where is that 4th Immortal? Zerglings will find a little bit of an opening into the natural once again. Meanwhile, attack coming on in. Stasis Ward does block some of the army. Stalkers can deal with Ultras pretty well. But Storms do very little to Ultras. I don't even... How many Storms does it take to kill an Ultra? Like, it's got to be just a ridiculous number. Like 7 or 8 Storms from full HP. And that's if every single Storm lands. And of course, there's no transfuse. You need those Big Daddy Immortals, and we do have 5 of them. More and more being added on. MaxPax is still maxed out, even though he's lost a lot of probes. He does need to rebuild this wall, though. That's a big deal. And he's utilizing his position against Reynor very nicely. MaxPax is still trading better. We do have Zealots coming in on the top side. There's a couple of Spine Crawlers here. One of the Oracles does get taken down. Ultra's trying to run by. And actually, this Stalker will hold the Ultras in place. Oh, and that is going to be a huge pickoff. 1 Stalker and a couple Zealots for an Ultra, or for 3 Ultras. That's an amazing couple of pickoffs there for MaxPax. That was... I think that was actually just 1 Zealot, 1 Stalker for 3 Ultras. So 900 minerals, 600 gas for, what, 225 minerals, 50 gas? But, oh, the lack of the wall at the natural is so punishing. These are +3 cracklings. Ooh, and he's going to find another Immortal as well. Even if he doesn't get this round, he will tickle this down. Meanwhile, the main push is so powerful for MaxPax. At this point, you need Broodlords to deal with this. The Greater Spire is done. 5 Broodlords are morphing on in. Oh, a couple of Archons do get taken down. MaxPax, though, killing the gold. Should be able to kill this additional base, but he is losing more and more probes here. 17 probes going down. And a nice little attempted outmaneuver. Base will fall. Ultras could be big. There are Broodlords in a very good position. Nice fungal growth. Will trigger a couple of the Immortals' barriers. The thing is, the Stalkers are going to have... Well, they're 3-0. And they are now 3-0-1. The Broodlords do not have the easiest time dealing with this if they get jumped on. Ultralisk speed upgrade has completed, by the way. MaxPax, nice Zealot warp in to try and deal with this Ling run by. And even though these are 3-2 cracklings, I mean, the static defense is... I don't even know who's ahead right here. Reynor's obviously got a gigantic bank and is out-mining his opponent. But MaxPax's army is so strong. And it feels like Reynor is going to maybe struggle to take more bases. MaxPax clearing out creep, which is obviously a very nice move to shut down the vision of Reynor. And if he can kill this topside base, that would actually be huge. War Prism will get pushed away. There are two big armies kind of representing threat here. MaxPax landing some pretty big storms on the lanes. And the Ultras are starting to get a little bit low. Now we see the army of MaxPax pushing in here. The Ultras not going to be able to deal with this in the slightest. MaxPax should be able to just click down this base and get right out. Already killing 16 drones. I think we just saw a big Bane run by on the other side. Oh, no, MaxPax does not want to engage in here. Reynor's building 8 more Ultras. Yeah, it looks like a big Bane run by came in. Or maybe it was just the Lings on hold position. I'm not sure. I saw that there was a big clump of blue right here, but I wasn't sure what it was. Zealot run by could come into the main base. Looks like, oh, it took down this base on the right side as well. Oh my goodness. Yeah, MaxPax is only on 4 bases, but he's still on a, well, he's still on a better economy, at least in terms of minerals. A lot of Lings on the top side will get taken down as they try to find a run by. MaxPax might just kill the spawning pool here. That's actually a somewhat impactful pickoff. Only if they fight, though, in the next little bit. Ooh, Fleet Beacon and second Stargate coming in for MaxPax. This has already been a very highly aggressive game. And Reynor's army is very slow. Another cancel on this 3 o'clock base. Hey, thank you, SC2 Fool, for the raid. If he can get another cancel on this topside base, that is a lot of Ultras. Very nice fungal growth to start things off. Huge chain fungal. The Immortals were late to the party, but they are coming in now. Storms are going to be rather ineffective. And these Immortals, they need to kite for their life. At the very least, he wants to click down at that one Ultra. Will get it, but that was a lot of army that just went down for MaxPax. He just lost so many Immortals, Archons, Stalkers, and High Templar. Up until that point, it really felt like MaxPax was taking control of this game. But Reynor got a massive jump with the help of the Fungals and now finds himself way ahead in army supply and army value. Both players on a really shoestring economy. But Reynor did keep this base alive. Now, MaxPax still has a chance in this game. The problem is his economy, he never secured a 5th base. And Reynor, while his economy is not great either, the big advantage MaxPax had up until this point was the army value. Army supply, army value, and army size. Now, Reynor has the bank and has the army supply and army value. Tempests, though, are going to be very good against those Broodlords. There is, in fact, there's only 3 Corruptors. And Reynor's maxed out, so he actually can't build more of those at the moment. More Corruptors. We're going to see a Zealot run by coming on in, and there is not enough, I don't think, to keep this base alive. If MaxPax just... Oh, if he focuses a hatch, I think he just kills it, but he's going to switch target back to this. I will say the air upgrades for Reynor are fantastic. He's already on 2-1, getting in towards 3-2. Whereas MaxPax is just about to finish +1 ship weapons. I really feel like MaxPax could have taken down that base. He's going to get into the main base and will find 4 drones, which is great. But that War Prism is going to get cleaned up. Zealot's getting cleaned up as well. And Reynor keeps this crucial fresh base alive while MaxPax is just now taking a 5th base in earnest. How many Corruptors do we have right now? 3 Corruptors. Oh, man, I really wish that MaxPax had targeted this base instead of going into the main. I think he could have killed it. I think he thought more Zerglings were coming his way. Hard to make the right call in a situation like this. We're going to see the Mothership moving out to the right side, and it will get spotted at least a little bit. Reynor, this 3 Roach run-by squad. Yeah, that's going to get taken down for sure. Like, there's no way he leaves this alive, right? No. Archons feast. One of those has 20 kills, by the way. Ooh, Flux Veins, a big, powerful upgrade for MaxPax here. The problem, of course, is he cannot really afford to build a lot of Void Rays right now. I do like that we're seeing Neural and Burrow coming out of Reynor. Once again, both players are on such a bad economy. relative to what you would want to see for them. Gold base will finish on up. Time warp on the ramp could be big. Ooh, that is not it. That was a very early time warp and is not going to help very much at all. Changelings will spot a fair bit of this. There's still the cloaking field available. And we actually do have a big ultra run by. Nice fungal growth to start things off. But I think with the Immortals, you should be able to clean this up. Still, it's not free for MaxPax, but that was very expensive for Reynor. Now it feels like he kind of needs to push at the front. He is going to go for it. Big Storms coming on in. Archon will get Neural Parasited, but only the one of them. And Storms clearing out that Neural Parasite. This is a very expensive attack from Reynor. I do not think this is going to work out for him. All the Ultras going to go down. The Nexus really buffering this. The Tempest should be able to chase down a lot of these Broodlords. Final Ultra does get chased down for well and good. Reynor is going to remax on 10 more Corruptors, 7 Ultras, 2 Infestors. And, oh my god, look at that. There's a burrowed Ultra Harass. Cloaking Field will try and come on in. Corruptors do get cleaned up. Tempest should be able to just kill this Broodlord. There we go. Oh, man. Reynor just threw his whole army into MaxPax. Oh, the probes! Oh, somehow only 2 of those went down. Depowering one of the gateways is natural. Not the biggest of deals, but it's certainly better than nothing. Robo, though, that's a much juicier target. He will get the kill on that. And this Ultra that burrowed and stayed alive is actually being proven to be quite a nuisance here. Ooh, High Templar just warped in. Force Field, or pardon me, Time Warp is not going to be enough here. Fungal Growth grabs the Immortals. Reynor on the remax is going to overwhelm MaxPax at the gold base. It was an expensive first attack, but it set up the kill maneuver, and Reynor takes down game number 1 in magnificent fashion. Very entertaining game. All right, here we go. Game number 2. Spawning up at the top left. For Storm Gaming, it is MaxPax in the red. And his opponent spawning down in the bottom right with the Extractor Trick 15 hatch. It is Basilisk Reynor in the blue. That was really close to being a very big overcommitment from Reynor, but he read the situation correctly. He knew that MaxPax was super broke, and the multitasking of Reynor just proved to be a little bit too much for MaxPax. I think if MaxPax had his army all together, after he cleaned up all the Broodlords, like, Reynor was kind of desperate to end the game there. Because if that gold base stays up, and Reynor's lost as much as he has, I don't know that he can continue to do what he did. Also, one big moment in that game was MaxPax not killing off that 3 o'clock base. The 5th base retake with the 5 Zealots. If he had stuck around at that base, maybe warped in 1 or even 2 more Zealots, and had denied that base again, because he denied it like 3 times before that. If he denied it again, Reynor's never able to make the kind of attacks that he does that MaxPax can't recover from. Regardless, that was a very entertaining game number 1, and I am super excited for game 2 now. Both players really pushing each other to the limit. Reynor making it happen with the Ultra Remax is very cool. We do not oftentimes see that as an effective weapon. The Fungal Growth as well to open that last fight. Very cool. MaxPax, by the way, doing something he basically never does. This is a build that Hearthstone and Nice do this so frequently. They do it very, very often. But very few other Protoss players really follow in their footsteps, and I think this is the first time I've ever seen MaxPax do it. And I'm a big fan of if he's mixing this into his arsenal. That is a gas first, no scout. And what that does is that enables you to get some very quick tech, quite a bit quicker than normal. You're able to build Warp Gate without delaying your Stargate. You're able to build a Stalker as well without delaying your Stargate. It's just a really cool setup. And it's a a build order, I would say a build order advantage for MaxPax. Oh, can he get the kill on his tumor? Ooh. Oh, he does get the kill. Usually when the tumor survives the first 2 attacks, it will stay alive. But in this case, it did not. Reynor, by the way, opening up with a 2-base layer. And MaxPax does scout it. What is Reynor cooking here? It is going to be Oracle into Void Ray out of MaxPax. Oracle will come on in. Is it going to be like 2-base Hydra? He is taking a 3rd hatchery behind this. But this is kind of wild. Kind of wild already. 3rd gas already being taken. And there's the 4th gas. This is going to be 2-base Muta, surely. Okay, Evo Chamber. Yeah, this has got to be Hydras, right? We will see in a moment. Link speed does start up. What is it going to be? There it is. There's the Hydra Den. All right. Where did he start out? Okay, in the natural. I was like, I clicked on it and it's not jumping me. That means it's a close location. If MaxPax recognizes this and opens up with Glaive Adepts, this could be very good for the young Danish Crown Prince. Void Ray, of course, did kill the Overlord, but will not get the Overseer. It is going to be Blink. Okay. So MaxPax not going to metagame and say, like, hey, this is... Or not going to... He's not going to try and deal with this with Glaive Adepts, even if he does have the read that it's Hydras. Oh, Overseer does drop its Changeling. MaxPax hasn't seen Hydroden yet, so he might not know what it is, but I think actually... Did he revelate the Hydras? I'm pretty sure he saw them pop out of the eggs. Wow, that is a fast infestation pit. What is this? Reynor doing his best Hearthstone impression. Welcome back to another episode of beating Grandmasters with stupid stuff. I don't know if that was meant to be Hearthstone or Reynor. I think it missed the mark on both. But this is really intriguing. Of course, Reynor is droning up behind this. So the Hydras are honestly just kind of a misdirect, it feels like. And this is going to be a bloody fast Hive. 5:55. Hive starts up. That's going to finish up at what, like 7:10? And it is going to be Lurkers. Okay, so this is not about the Hydras. It is about the Lurkers. This is bonkers. Oh my goodness. He's got such a fast +1 missile too. Do you build fast +2 missile with this? You do. Okay. So I wonder if he's looking to hit an insanely fast upgraded Lurker +2 missile with like the +2 missile and both Lurker upgrades. We do have the Hydra range coming on in as well. Ling attack on the top side, just a little run by attempt, but not going to be able to. I don't even think he got. Yeah, he didn't even get a probe. Stalkers are going to start picking away to Hydras. That's the thing. Hydras, they actually don't do as well against Blink Stalkers as you'd expect if it's just pure Blink Stalker versus pure Hydra, and the Stalkers are controlled really well. Now, I will say the creep spread for Reynor is pretty darn good, but it is going to be Colossus out of MaxPax, and it makes sense. You wouldn't be expecting that your opponent would be going for Lurkers this fast. Ling Hydra versus pure Blink Stalker. That is a completely different story, by the way. Ooh, and Ling's... Will they come back home? I think he needs to bring them back home. There's a War Prism with this. 6 gates. Stalkers all blink back. Uh-oh. And now the Hydras are going to pin these Stalkers down. That's going to be a lot of dead Stalkers here. MaxPax will be able to blink his way out, and very nice War Prism micro right there. Saves 2 of the super low HP Stalkers and a 3rd. But Reynor drives this back. He's got that range upgrade about to complete. +2 missile getting very close. 8 Lurkers fired on up. Man, this is such a bonkers timing out of Reynor. And the fact that he holds that attack the way that he did is quite nice. Man, this is such a funky build. Reynor's going to be ready to attack at like the 9-minute mark if he's so inclined. Ooh, that is a lot of Lings on the counterattack on the top side. Stasis Ward just expiring at that base too. Oh, okay, never mind. He's not going to go for it. Yeah, Adaptive Talon's going to finish. This is insane. 9-minute mark. 9:01 on the official timer. This is the upgrade setup. And he's maxed out with 11 lurkers. Soon to be 3 more. This is insanity. This setup from Reynor looks jacked. This looks jacked as hell. Oh, now this could be a little bit of a funky situation. You have a lot of lurkers on at the bottom side, but on the top side, since the army is split, MaxPax might be able to get a good trade. Still, the lurkers do burrow on up, and even just a few lurker spines hitting a group of stalkers is so bad for the Protoss. 10 probes going down. We got to see the blink forward coming in on top of the lurkers. We'll clean those up, but the base on the left side getting gutted. There's so many lurkers here in between the natural and the third. Cybernetics core getting blown up. Robotics facility is probably going to go down. And Reynor just blasts through MaxPax with one of the nastiest, wonkiest timings that maybe ever seen. Oh my God, that was not beating Grandmasters with stupid stuff. That was beating Grandmasters with ultra cool swag, swiggity swooty build. If you enjoyed that one, make sure to hit that like and subscribe. Check out the rest of my videos, and we'll catch you on the flip side.